Marshadow the God, and a Gengar troll? What's good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel, and it feels so good to say that. I feel like it's been a while since we made a Pokemon Duel video, and we need to pick up where we last left off with my steel deck that we were testing for the Skarmory. If you notice, it is a little different. I will explain that later because we have some boosters to open up, and we have a lock booster. Let's see if we can get like 50 Carbonite. I don't know, but let's open up these blue boosters first. Come on, Rainbow. Nope. All right, so we got a blue. We have a Litwick. Feels bad, man. All right, let's open up the second one. The second one, I'm feeling it. It's going to have red or orange. Red. It's going to be a rare. We're just going to say that. And it is going to be blue. Still, another uncommon Tropius. I remember when I first started this game, like one of my first packs I pulled, I was Tropius. And I got like so many Tropius. I was so mad. Because they're garbage. They need to be, they're, why? All right, last one, please, please, dude, this deck that I've been testing has been so stressful because it's so, like G has been saying, and K-Dub, wow, white, common. The games have been so long because of Z moves, and then like 30-minute games, 30 to 40 minutes, I either win or I either lose, and I get these blue boosters. Like, I'm so upset about that. All right, lock booster, please don't fail me. If you're not going to give me a rare, can you please at least give me like 100 Carbonite? What is the max? How many? What's the most you guys have ever seen from the lock booster in terms of Carbonite? Please let me know in the comments below. 15. Wow, 15. All right. Like I said, we have 3 matches to show. We're just going to jump into the first match, and then we're going to talk about why I switched decks. All right, guys, you better strap up for this episode because we have Marshadow the God, Skarmory taking out Fracture, and then, like I said earlier, Gengar is going to troll, and it is such a good troll. All right, first of all, let's talk about my deck. So the Matangs, they were no good. They were no good because of the blue and because of the era we're in right now with the Z moves. I only had one Zoro switch. I only had one save switch, and it was not good enough to combat the Z move meta, I guess you could say. So I had to make some switches. We brought in the Solgaleo, and Solgaleo is good because if they attack and I do hit my Sun, Strike, Steel, they go to the PC. So that's a good counter. And even if I hit my Flare Blitz, they become burned. Then we also brought in the Heatran. Now Heatran is a fire type, so we can use the Z move with the Heatran. We needed something that can do a lot of damage. And look how big my Magma Slide is. I think I'm only level 5, right? Yeah, I'm only level 5. So I have a great shot. Well, I mean, a decent shot at surviving a Z move. Then we have the Zoro switch. We also have the Lucario who has purple. And then we also have this Skarmory with the Flyaway. So my odds are a lot better. Like after the first 5 matches with the Matangs, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Now, there's something I want to talk about right now. All you mathematicians, K-Dub, and anybody else, this question's for you guys, or anybody else. With the Swords Dance, how much more likely, what are my odds of actually hitting Flyaway now? Like Flyaway is 32. Let's just pretend like the will is just 100. Like I know it's 96 segments, but let's just say it's 100. And Flyaway is 32, let's just say, so that's 32%. Please let me know what my odds are of hitting Fly now that we have Swords Dance. And here's why. Because when you hit Swords Dance, you spin again until you don't hit Swords Dance. So you have more odds of hitting Flyaway because Flyaway is the biggest slice that I have. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the movie 21, like MIT students and teachers, they go to Vegas, they play blackjack, and they create this team to count cards. And I remember there's one scene where they're talking about, like, the teacher's, he's a game show host, and he goes up to one of the students, and he's like, hey, you have 3 doors. Behind one door is a car, brand new car, and the other 2 are goats. What door do you want? And the student's like, I pick door number 1. So then the teacher's like, all right, well, now I'm going to reveal one of the doors. He reveals door number 3, which is a goat. So then he asks the student, do you want to change your, he gives him the option to change his pick or remain the same. And the student's like, oh, I'll definitely change my pick because now I get an additional 33% chance, because 1 in 3 is 33% chance. Since he revealed the GOAT in door number 3, he gets an increase of 33% chance. So he's got a 66.7% chance of winning this new car. So that is where this basis comes from. My question to you guys is, Fly Away, 32%. With the Swords Dance, how, like, what are the odds of me hitting Fly Away now? Is it 35%? Is it 40%? Please let me know in the comments below. All right, so now let's jump into this match. We do have a Dragon deck, and we're going up against Bowser and the Drampa, which I was kind of excited for because I haven't seen these figures in a long time. So let's see. They go first. Going to bring up the Fracture, and we're going to bring up the Skarmory. And the only reason being, if they attack in my Skarmory and I do hit my Fly, like I said, we get an increased odds of hitting Fly. I get to fly over him and then surround him the following turn. And then I decided to bring up the Heatran because Heatran has the Magma Slide. It's got a 2-star purple, which pretty much counters everything over here. I mean, you can bring on that Ray. I do have the Zoro switch, but I felt like the Heatran was good for anything that comes over here. So I'm going to bring on the other Frax. And what I do here is Steal Energy. I'm going to decide to Steal Energy and Metal Sphere because there are no Zoros on their team. I don't have to worry about buffing my Lucario and my Lucario losing to Zoro. So that's why I'm going to buff everything up here. Plus 20 essentially. Now they're going to play the Dragon Sphere. And we're just going to be defensive with our Lucario. Let's see. So he starts advancing here with his Raid. I was like, that's fine. We're actually going to put Zoro here. And he's going to like contest me but not attack. I'm like, all right, we're just going to move back the Zoro and see what you want to do. So he attacks her. I'm like, oh yeah, let's get the Fly. Let's get the Fly. Swords Dance. But we do get the Air Cutter. Let's go. Like, Skarmory hitting for 110, knocking out of this Fracture. Get out of here. So now we're going to advance here. And what they decide to do is they max revive. And because they max revive, and since they wasted their max revives, I'm definitely going to DC here. And we're going to go after this number 1 threat, this Mega Ray. Number 1 goal attacker in the game. Does not hit the gold, but I'm like, come on, Zoro. Give me that cross counter. Let's go. And we get to eliminate, like I said, the biggest threat of this deck. Don't worry about that. So they're going to attack here. Oh, dude, can I tell you how frustrated hits the trap? How frustrated Solgaleo makes me. Solgaleo rolls miss so often. Like, I'm so upset. But we're going to advance to the Zoro here. And like I said, he is the number 1 gold attacker in the game. So he rolls the Sucker Punch. He gets KO'd there. We're just going to set up the Shuffle Wall just in case he wants to move up that. There it is. Just in case he wanted to move up the Drampa. But like I said, Solgaleo likes to roll miss. And now he's gone. So I'm going to max revive here. And the reason I was debating what I wanted to do here. If I wanted to max revive the Solgaleo, if I wanted to max revive the Zoro. And the reason why I went with the Zoro is because the Zoro has a chance of hitting the cross counter and actually KOing the figure. Whereas if I max revive the Solgaleo, it's a suicide. It's 2 KOs. So I figure Zoro has the better chance, gives us the better position. But now they're going to DC here, and I was like, oh no, if we do hit the Fly, we're going to die because we're going to fly over. But we don't even have to worry about hitting the Fly, we just hit the Air Cut. So rip to my Skarmory, I'm a little upset there. And then get this Haxorus. Dude, Fracture and Haxorus are just, dude, you guys know me, I'm like annoyed by a lot of figures, but I don't know. But they're going to attack here. We can't pull the Zoro switch because this thing is not affected by Zoro cross counter. So now we're going to take the entry point. We're not going to attack here. And they're going to attack again. And this is where Marshadow becomes an absolute god. This little Marshadow getting rid of this Fracture. Get out of here. So I decided to move over here because I want to cover the entry point. I can't move here because I can't get past this Fracture. I don't want to attack into this Fracture. So we're going to move up this side. And they're going to attack me with the Bowser, and Bowser rolls a miss. Like Marshadow says, get up out of here. And like I said, Marshadow becomes God. So now I'm going to take the entry point, and my opponent is going to go for the revenge kill with the Fracture. They don't have a DC, and but I felt bad. No, I don't feel bad. I always say that. I really don't, though, because it's RNG, man. It's the game. But now we're going to take this opportunity. We're going to Z move, and we're going to go after this Drampa. We're going to gain the advantage, essentially. And he does hit the Outrage, and we do outdamage it with the Overdrive. As Craney says, Fire has the worst Z move that we have. And I agree. I mean, it's not as good as compared to the Water and the Grass. But here again, that would have been so funny if Marshadow actually KO'd this Altaria. But we do survive, and that is GG, boys, to TLT. We're just going to call this man Tilt. Probably tilting so hard after my Marshadow took out 50% of their dragons. Like, it felt good. Show them to match number 2. All right, match number 2. I think we do get to see more things from the Skarmory. We're going up against a very, I don't know, interesting deck here. They have 2 different Bayonets, not level 5. I think they have 2 Mega Bayonets, I think. Yeah, they got both Mega Bayonets, 2 switches for some reason, and then Invisibility Cape. Like, I don't necessarily understand these plates with this deck. I don't even think they have, they don't even have a DC. So, yeah, let's see how this match goes. They're going to open up with the Keldeo, who I absolutely hate. I should have actually put Solgaleo there. I think Solgaleo would have been fine. But I mean, if he did attack and get his blue, that would have been bad. So we're gonna be safe here. We're gonna take the entry point, or take our goal. We're gonna be defensive with the Lucario, and they're going to take their opportunity to take my entry point. And I'm gonna long throw the Solgaleo. And this player must be new, because Heatran was kind of prevalent back in the day, but he must be new because he did not know about Heatran's ability, and he sacks his first Mega Bayonetta. I'm like, let's go, get out of here. So now I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm just going to beef up my Steel Mons. Again, this person does not have a Zoro, but we're going to move right here just in case they want to attack this Skarmory. We're going to pull a switch here. Why? Because Zoro is the #1 global attacker in the game. But he doesn't hit it there, and they get to re-roll with the Secret Sword. My Zoro. He's gone, so things are not looking that great. But I'm gonna start advancing with this Heatran, and for some reason my opponent's like turtling. Like, it's at the beginning of the game. I was like, bro, what are you doing? But I'm gonna take this opportunity. I'm gonna DC. I want to try and burn this thing because it's not level 5, and if we do burn it, we get rid of the Guillotine. I'm like, let's go. I actually missed running Heatran. All those Heatran kind of rolls miss a lot too. Like, super frustrating. But like I said, my opponent is turtling for some reason. And what I notice here is that since my opponent, he's got 4 Mons on the back line. My Z gauge is almost all the way up. If I attack and KO, burns everything. So I'm like, all right, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to try and burn your entire deck. I'm actually 5-0. Like I said, I'm just trying to buy some time until my Z gauge is up. And now it's all the way up, and now they're going to Z move me. But like I said, I do have that purple, that Magma Slide. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. You are burned. We get to move you, and now I'm definitely going to take this opportunity. I am going to try and burn everything. Too bad I do not have a Flame Sphere or Flame Energy, but we're going to go after this Kangaskhan. We're going to burn everything. But of course, that happens, so I don't get to burn everything, and I'm like really sad. Now we're going to take the entry point here, and they're still kind of turtling. We're going to pull the switch, and I'm like, come on, Zoro. This time, let's get it, Zoro. You got your 2 water jumps are gone. But for some reason, my opponent is going to do my Marshadow, and Marshadow survives. I'm like, let's go. Now we can actually attack you, and I don't really, I mean, please don't hit your Sacred Sword. And he does not. He gets the Aqua Jet. We get the KO, and I'm like, let's go. Let's go. And now, I was debating back in my head of what to do there. I feel like the safest play would have been to Air Balloon with the Solgaleo. But I was like, we got to do it for the 2. But let's go, Skarmory. We're going to take the entry point. You are burned. You don't have your Guillotine. And we get the buff. We get the buff from the plates. So I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Skarmory getting to show off. And again, Skarmory is going to show off. He does get the Air Cutter, hitting for 110. Although he does get KO'd, but we still have the Solgaleo and the Marshadow to cover up. And I was actually kind of scared of my opponent. Still had a Mega Bayonet, so I was like, oh, I got to be careful, because if he Megas here, which he does, if he goes on this left side, I'm going to have to retreat with the Lucario. But I also have the Mega with my Lucario, so I wasn't too worried. But for some reason, they're going to attack my Solgaleo and get out damaged because of the buff. Let's go, the +20. Solgaleo hitting for 140. And that, my friends, is GG. Boy, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this Gengar cheese? This Gengar troll. It's so great. All right, so this match comes from Gucci Mane, Gucci MNNE. He sent it to me on Instagram. And I thought dude, I was so thrilled when I saw this match. So take a look at their deck. This is Gucci main right here. He's right here. He's got a rush deck. He's got the Poi Pole, Gengar. Yeah, just your typical rush deck versus Pokemon. And they are rocking Mega Ray. I mean, it's not a bad deck. It's actually not that bad of a deck. What is this? Okay. So let's watch how this match unfolds. All right. So we're going to open up with Mew, and our friend here is going to rush with the speed, and then they're going to take the entry point. You know, typical rush stuff. See, I probably would have went with the Gengar or the Gengar there. That's probably what I would have done. But they don't do the Gengar. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But just take a look at what's happening here. Look at all these mons that are kind of piling up in this corner. What does Gengar do? I mean, Gengar, you know, he's got Nightshade, but what else does he do? Let's take a look at what he does. Contagious Terror. The battle opponent and a succession of opposing Pokemon adjacent to it gain weight 3. Okay. So when he said this to me, I'm like, all right, I mean, I wasn't even aware of that, but let's see what happens here. They're going to attack. And nice clutch Hydro Kick. This thing is going to go back to the bench. Going to pull the... they're going to change forms. I think he advances. Yeah, he advances with the Gengar. Attacks here. I don't know what he was trying to get there. The Ultra Portation, maybe? I don't know why, though. But he does poison it. And now, the opponent here has everything... Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything is attached. Now, shout out to Gucci Man for such great board awareness. Like, I wouldn't even really... I would have just been like, oh, yeah, there's everything consolidated. I would have just tried to take figures, whatever. But this, I think, dictates, like, this is high Pokemon Duel IQ. Like, to be aware of the board and know what's going on. So let's see what he does. Opponent's going to Dragon Sphere. And then Gucci's like, he's got 2 DCs. He's got 2 DCs. This thing has all white, so he's going to attack here and lands the Contagious Tear. Okay, let's go. Everything attached to it, everything adjacent to it, gains weight 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 6 of those figures gain weight. He's got another DC. He's going to do it again. Nightshade. After the first time, I was like, oh, please do this for me. Please do it. Please do it. He gets it again. The opponent only has 1 more plate that they can burn. Gain weight 2, and that is the Meteoric Teachings. Can't Max Revive, can't Gold Block. So Gucci Man here has to attack again and hope to get the Contagious Tear. So that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to attack again, and he gets the roll. Let's go. And he gets a weight win with the Gengar. That is GG. Boys, man, I was so satisfied when I saw that match. Like, I was so happy. All right, we're going to cut the video there. A couple things before we end it. The Steel Deck, I'm done. I'm done rocking that. I was going to ask you guys which typing do you want me to do next. However, as you guys know, I am leaving. I'm going to Florida on Wednesday, so there probably won't even be a video tomorrow. I actually have to pack, so I'm probably going to pack when I get off work tomorrow. 3,000 subscribers, you guys. We hit 3,000 subscribers. I'm so happy, and I'm so thankful for you guys. Like, this wouldn't be possible without you guys, so thank you so much. It came a lot quicker than I thought it was, so I don't have anything planned for it. So, like, I wanted to do something, but like I said, it happened so fast. So we're probably going to be doing our 3,000 subscriber video or stream or whatever when I come back from Florida, and that is going to be on the 21st of this month. So I'm going to be gone for some time. I'm going to miss you guys. Probably going to vlog it. Kenny G, I'll see you when I get there. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, as always, peace.